It's really great to be up nice and early and have the roads to yourself. The northeast coast is turning out to be something spectacular. Absolutely love it. But good news, the drone saga. I contacted my insurance company, and I'm able to claim off my whole insurance, which is all good news. Very, very quick, very, very easy, and they have decided to return some funds to me, and I'll get those in the next day or so. So I'll be able to purchase another drone. Really, really thankful to them, because at the end of the day, it was my lack of talent and my own stupidity and going against my own gut feeling that has caused this to happen in the first place. So yeah, it's a lovely morning and some good news all round. So let's crack on and continue with this journey and see what it brings. There's nothing more satisfying than getting out of the van and doing a bit of a stroll, doing a coastal walk just to end the day. It's a gorgeous morning this morning, and I've been up a couple of hours and I've not done a fat lot. So I'm going to continue up and down the east coast. And I say up and down because during this trip I've been back and forth across the border somewhat. And I wasn't going to do this, but seeing as it's up the road, I'm going to dip into Edinburgh and have a look there. I've been before. But you know what? As it's only up the road, why wouldn't you? Well, I'm here in Edinburgh, as I said, and you'd think that the first thing I would do would be to go and have a wander around the castle, but no. I'm about to get myself onto another boat. This boat, the Queen's boat, the Royal Yacht Britannia.
You always dreamed of making it big in your town. People had a certain walk and a certain frown, steady and heavy, or younger than 20. Some color on those cheekbones. It's never too late for you to get well known. We'll teach you to blush and how to get your way.
They used to put that on this.
Once you get the taste of it, you lay all them bricks higher and higher. You'll reach your desire.
High tea on the Royal Yacht Britannia. Rude. Very rude not to. retreat right on the docks in Edinburgh, the Royal Yacht Britannia. Stumbled across that one, so yeah, well worth a couple of hours of my day. Well, I had to do it really. Edinburgh Castle then. Now I haven't been here for years, but from what I do remember, it's a Queen's ransom to get in. So we'll see just how much it is. If it's not too expensive, I'll have a trot around. If not, I'll try and walk around the grounds. Now, this is as far as I'm going to go without purchasing a ticket, and it is quite expensive, unfortunately. So, yeah, I haven't been able to breach the castle on this occasion. On the road today, and what that means is that I'm going home. Always a little bit sad when I'm on the way home, but always thankful for what I've got when I get back. And in reality, I've still got another couple of days of my leave left, but I've got loads of stuff to do, cleaning this and all the rest of it. It's always sad to kind of end an epic journey, and I have had an epic journey. When I considered I was going to go to the Arctic Circle, I possibly wasn't geared up for that, and having that last minute change of direction, literally, has meant that I've been able to experience all of Europe, or the further flung reaches of Europe. And it hasn't disappointed. Had some major highlights. Colditz was possibly a boyhood dream. Seeing those black and white films and making that a reality didn't disappoint. Driving across Poland and understanding how big that place actually is. Lithuania and the Hill of Crosses. Absolutely spectacular and well worth a visit. That view with its chocolate box exterior, and I probably didn't do Estonia, Latvia, the justice that it needed, and I wasn't there long enough, and for that I apologise. And then we get to Estonia, and when I think about, I've always thought that I've been quite an open-minded kind of individual. I clearly wasn't that open-minded, and I didn't expect what I got when I got to Estonia. And people always talk about Tallinn in particular as a place to go, and I've never really given it much thought, but my God, what a place. And yet I'll put it on film, and again, I don't think it probably does that place justice, so I urge you that if you have an opportunity, then you should go. And when you consider what's happening on the European front, and I've talked about this before, I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to experience the far-flung reaches of the European Union before it changes, if it changes. journey back through Scandinavia. I've never done Finland before, and I really enjoyed Finland. There were a couple of things that are flying the ointment, and I'll talk about that later. But then going through the Scandinavian countries and doing the Øresund or the Malmö Bridge, something that I've always wanted to do, having done the Milan in France. And then back to Blighty, back to the UK, and we talk about the south coast and the Devons and the Cornwalls and the Waleses all day long, but we never talk about the northeast coast, or I never hear anyone talk about the northeast coast, and it's absolutely spectacular. And it's something that I didn't really have in mind, but I'm glad that I went, and I'm glad that I experienced it, and it's something or some place that I will come back to and explore in a little bit more detail. Absolutely festooned with castles and all that type of stuff. And if you're a National Trust and English Heritage member like I am, then it opens up so many doors for you to go and explore and see the country for what it actually is. So I urge you to join that. I'm not paid to kind of promote them, but I'm getting my enjoyment out of that membership. Holy Island was a place that I've been wanting to go for a number of years. A place with some significant impact on UK history. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then dotting into Scotland and knocking around the border. Now I'm going to do Scotland in a bit more detail at some point in time. And I have been to Scotland before, but the snapshots that I have had, they've been epic, and it's definitely a place to go. So that northeast coast is something that I would definitely recommend that you do. Now there's been some low points, of course. The customs bit in Finland, I'm not going to bang on about it, but as I said before, a negative encounter like that can really change your viewpoint on a country, and I've tried not to let it do that. So when I talk about Finland, it's a great place to be. Excuse the horse in the throat. But Turku was really, really good, and it's a place that I would suggest that you go to if you can get to Finland. Now I could have done all this cheaper. Sorry about that. I could have done all this cheaper by flying, but the expense would have come in digs, hotels, and all that type of stuff. So I think it's kind of even itself out, or it might be a little bit cheaper doing it how I've done it. And besides, I've said before, the journey is what does this for me, and I'm glad that I've had the beast to experience that journey in, and it's held up exceptionally well, especially in those -9 temperatures. And I know not everyone has a van, but there are other ways of getting out and getting outside. And when it comes to the actual journey itself and what I've filmed, if I haven't done a place justice, or you haven't got what you thought you were going to get from it, and I use these as caveats all the time, you've got to remember this is my journey, and all I'm doing is going out there. I'm a bloke with a couple of cameras who's going out there and documenting some of the experiences, and if those experiences are striking a chord with you, then great, more power to your elbow. If they're not, then they're not. But it is my journey. I'm not paid to do this. I'm not an Alan Wicker or a Judith Chalmers or Michael Palin or Simon Reeves. And if you don't know who those people are, then look them up. As I said, I'm just somebody who's going out there and dipping his toe in that YouTube water, as it were. And then I can look back on these things in later years and say, you know what, I've done that. I've been there. As opposed to thumbing through old photographs or looking through a hard drive at all the stuff that's been done, and no one ever sees it. So I go back to what I said earlier on. If you can get out there, if you can do something different to your daily routine, then you should go and you should try it and you should do it. And I'm not saying that you should go and do this and record your exploits, because I've got 28 days of footage, and that does impact on some of your enjoyment, I suppose. But I'm not saying that you do that. I'm just saying that actually it might be worth you doing something a little bit different, and I keep banging on about this all the time, and I will continue to do so until I'm blue in the face. If you have watched this and you have come with me, then thank you very much. And as I said before, if I struck a chord with you, then great. What's going to continue is this travelling lark. I'm not saying it's a way of life or it's going to become a way of life, but it's definitely going to have a large part to play in how I enjoy who I am as an individual, and that's vitally important. This is my journey, no one else's, and it's about the enjoyment that I get out of it. So, if I upset people, then I upset people, but you can only live your own life. So don't be ashamed about that. I've had an epic time. I've thoroughly enjoyed my time, and yes, I know I'm not the most charismatic of individuals, but that's just my character. And it may not have looked like I've enjoyed anything, but I have. Working a couple of days, but I'm in a better place, and that's the positive of travel. So I'm going to sign off for now, and we'll see what the rest of the year has in store in relation to this experience. It's been a good trip.